Hi and welcome back to Corina's Sewing Room. Today I'm going to show you how to make a zipper pocket in any bag that you're making. I have cut out a lining piece and two pocket pieces. And for this video I'm just using scrap fabric, so 3 different colors. But it will be easier for you to see what I'm doing as I'm using different color fabric. So let's get sewing. So here I have the lining piece. I have one pocket piece and I'm gonna do some marking on the pocket piece. I have a ruler like this. It's no, it doesn't say, but it's a zipper pocket ruler. I can place that here and just draw the lines inside, or I can measure. And 1 inch down to make the first line, and then half an inch to the next line. So you can use just a ruler and measure 1 inch down and then half an inch down from that first line, and then make a box. Let's see. Yeah, you can almost see the box I drew. I'm gonna fold the lining piece in half and make a crease. I'm gonna fold the pocket piece, and I did draw on the back of the lining piece on the wrong side. Now I folded the lining piece and I can place that over the crease. Now I can't pin this because this is waterproof canvas, and I don't have clips that are long enough, so I just hold it in place and slide it under my machine. Now I'm checking that the 2 crease lines are matching up, and I'm going to sew along that box, but I'm just going to sew the long edges, and I have a construction stitch length on my machine. So I'm back stitching. When I get to the end, I'm back stitching again, lift up my foot, swirl it around, up with the needle, and then I just jump over to the other long side of the markings. Backstitch, and backstitch. And I'm sewing with orange thread today, so you can see the stitches easily. Just the raw edge, the long edges. And now I'm gonna cut. Need my scissors for that. I'm gonna cut between those stitches. And I'm just gonna draw a line so you can see how I'm gonna cut. Because when I get close to the end, I'm gonna triangle it out. So I'm gonna cut along the line in the middle, and then I'm gonna cut to the stitches, not through the stitches, to the stitches. And I fold it in half, and if it's very thick and you're struggling with putting enough pressure to cut, just lay your hand on the scissors and press down. And I'm cutting to the stitches, not through them. So this is the way it's cut. And now I lift up the bottom of the pocket, crease it. I turn it around and crease the top of the pocket, because then it's easier to turn it through. So now we're going to push that pocket piece through to the back. And if you're using cotton fabric, I highly recommend using an iron. This waterproof canvas does not like to be ironed because the backside can melt. It can be steamed quickly, but it creases very well, so I don't use the iron on it. And if you get puckers in the corners, now I didn't get any puckers this time, but if you do get, well, I got some on this side. You see the puckers? It doesn't lay flat. That's because I didn't cut all the way to the stitches. So I'm turning it back and cut again up just a bit closer to the stitches. And now see, no puckers. If you don't want to make, let's see, there are some pockets there too. If you don't want to make a zipper pocket, if you don't want to add a zipper, you don't have to. You can use this method for a slip pocket. And if you do that, let's see. If you want to make it as a slip pocket, you just sew around the edge without adding the zipper, and you sew the back of the pocket, and you get a pocket like this, as a welded slip pocket. But we're gonna add zipper today. And let's see, I need some zipper tape. And I use Zipper by the Yard. And what I need to do, you can see that it's fraying. So I need to melt the edge of that zipper. I'm going to add a zipper pull. And this is how I add the zipper pull. I put one side on, angle the other one in, and maneuver them till I see that they are meeting, they are flushed, and I push down, hold the zipper tape like this, take a hand of the zipper pull and pull it. Now the zipper is on. Zipper pull is on. I lay the zipper facing up, right side facing up. I put the zipper pocket on top of it. You can use double-sided tape. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But make sure that the zipper goes beyond the opening you have made for it. Now I'm going to sew from here. I got the zipper pull here and it closes this way. So I'm going to start here and sew all the way around. So I'm just placing the whole thing under the machine. I'm going to move the zipper tape to make it lay in the center after I placed it under the machine. So now I'm going to sew all the way around. I'm increasing the stitch length a bit because this is both a constructional and a top stitch. So it needs to be nice, but not the tiny stitches. So I've increased it a bit. I'm going to backstitch when I start. I'm going to sew to the corner. I'm going to stop with the needle down, lift the foot, pivot, sew over the zipper tape. As I'm using zipper by the yard, it's nylon zipper teeth and it's no problem sewing over those. So now I'm placing the zipper where I want it again. And when I get close to my zipper pull, I stop with the needle down, I lift up the foot and I move the zipper pull away. You don't want to try to sew past the zipper pull because the zipper pull will hit the side of the foot and the foot doesn't move. The foot will move the fabric away. And now we just sew the rest of the way around. When I get to the corner, stop with the needle down, pivot, turn it. Sew again down the side, placing this fabric in the zipper so it lays nicely. Now I get to the point where I started and I'm going to backstitch. You have to backstitch to secure the stitches or else they will just unravel. So now it looks like this from the front and this on the back side. Right side of the zipper pocket is facing up. I put the other side of the zipper pocket right side facing down. I'm gonna get a few hair clips. This is what I use in bag making. Just to hold those pieces together. If I'm not going to berth the bag through the zipper pocket, I will sew all the way around, but I always leave an opening in the zipper pocket for the berthing of the bag. If I have two zipper pockets, I can close one of them all the way. So now I'm going to start. I put the lining with the right side facing up and I pull it away so I can see the zipper pocket. And I'm going to start down here. I'm going to sew up and to the edge. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to sew from the edge and I'm going to angle down like this. And I'm going to show you afterwards why I do that. So down to a construction stitch length again, back stitch, stop with the needle down, lift the foot, pivot. Now I'm folding this side of the pocket away. Sew all the way up, needle down, lift the foot, pivot. And if you're guessing that we're going to start with the needle down, lift the foot and pivot, you are correct. 10 points to you. And we're going to sew down here, pivot, sew along the line I drew, and then sew out of the fabric. And when I make a bag and leave a pocket open, I always open the zipper because then I know when I look in the bag afterwards, okay, the pocket is open. Now, then I have to close the zipper pocket. And when you're done birthing the bag, you have the zipper pocket turned out like this. If you birth it through zipper pockets, there is another way too that I prefer. I birth it through the lining and then I birth the lining through the pocket. But we can do that in another video. So now I have pulled the pocket out. We're going to close it. I put my fingers in the opening. If I just had backstitched where I started, it is easy to pull those stitches. If I just backstitched, I don't get such a nice L to pull on, to get the lining to sit nice. So now one side of the pocket piece creased, and I'm gonna fold it again. So both sides creases. And all the raw edges are now hidden inside of that pocket. So I'm gonna start here and I'm gonna sew about 1/8 of an inch, maybe less, to the edge. Trim the threads. Pocket is closed. I can put it inside of the lining and just push. So now I have a pocket that is fully closed, and there are a raw edge. No, there's not a raw edge, but you can see that is a visible seam inside the zipper pocket. But that's how you make a zipper pocket in a bag. So that's how you make a zipper pocket in a bag, and you can make a zipper pocket in any bag pattern you have. You can add it to anything. You just measure how long you want the zipper pocket to be. Make sure that it's not all the way. Make sure it's not as big as the lining. You need to have it a bit smaller. So I hope this video was helpful. Head over to OML Embroidery and get that gingerbread house design. And there is coming a new design, I think maybe today, maybe tomorrow, but soon, a new bag design. So head over and take a look at them. And maybe I'll see you in another video. Bye.